It has been a while since I reviewed a Jackie Chan movie. As you may or may not know, I am a huge Jackie Chan fan. I just recently got on Blu-ray Mr. Nice Guy, the extended original cut from Warner Brothers Archive Collection. I am really happy Warner Brothers came out with this to show off the original cut of the movie. Because when it released here in the US, it was cut down. My guess is reasons of not understanding some of the topics or the jokes in the movie. And some of the action scenes were cut, for time. But when Jackie Chan's movies came over here to the US under New Line Cinema, which is under Warner Brothers, they did do well to polish up and remaster the movie. Before continuing on with this review for Mr. Nice Guy has spoilers. With that, I want to give you my review of the original cut of Mr. Nice Guy. Mr. Nice Guy originally released in January of 1997. It made its way to the US back in March of 1998. Mr. Nice Guy is directed by Jackie Chan's friend, Sammo Hung. The movie stars, of course, Jackie Chan and Richard Norton. My rating for Mr. Nice Guy, the original cut, is a 3 out of 5, and here's why. The movie's story takes place in Melbourne, Australia. Jackie Chan plays Jackie, a chef, along with his friend, which is the head chef of this cooking TV show in Australia. The son of that chef is a police officer and also friends and grew up with Jackie. The movie shows Jackie would end up helping this journalist who is being chased by these drug gangsters. And when Jackie Chan helps her out, Jackie also gets himself in trouble between these gangsters. The reason why these gangsters were chasing this journalist is that she has a tape that exposes them all in a drug deal. The movie is paced nicely and it has great substance between the characters. You understand their backstory, but the dialogue and some of the acting is a bit wonky to me. Of course, the action sequences in this movie are top-notch with Jackie Chan, and with Jackie Chan still doing his own stunts at the time. If you are going to watch this movie, you are going to watch it for the action sequences, because the story of this movie is pretty mediocre. The story is simple, with Jackie just falling into this circumstance and having to protect the people around him as well as himself. Although they didn't really establish how he got fighting skills, I guess you have to put him in that stereotype. But overall, the movie is fun, but it's just good. And again, the action sequences are why you watch this movie, especially in that last action sequence with the big old dirt loader truck. Now, the differences between the original cut and the US cut. The original cut is longer, while this is shorter at 88 minutes. That includes credits. The original cut is marked at 97 minutes. In the US cut, there was a huge plot hole in this movie. That plot hole is what happened to Diana after the construction fight scene. We would see Diana get knocked out by one of Giancarlo's henchmen, and after that, we wouldn't know what happened to her after. But with the original cut, it shows that scene. After the construction site fight scene where Diana was knocked out, we would also see the demon gang member, Sandy, the female gang member. She would escape too. After we see Jackie and Mickey and Lakeisha get taken by Giancarlo's men, we cut to a scene in a hospital where Romeo, the police officer friend of Jackie, visits Sandy, the demon gang member, first at her hospital bed. Sandy would give the information about where Giancarlo's house is and that he took Jackie, Mickey, and Lakeisha. After that meeting with Sandy, he would then visit Diana's hospital bed. Diana would tell Romeo, you make sure I get the exclusive. Basically, with news journalism, she wants the exclusive news story to make sure that it is her story first before anyone else. And that's all she would say to Romeo. I can understand why that they did cut it out from the original US version, but it did leave a glaring plot hole in this version of the movie. With the original cut, we do see more chemistry between the characters, between Romeo and his father, as well as Lakeisha and Jackie. With the dialogue given, it is hinted that Lakeisha has a crush on Jackie, which Jackie would have to console with his actual girlfriend Mickey, who gets jealous of the chemistry between Lakeisha and Jackie in one scene. The fight scenes remain the same, with the exception of the carriage fight scene. That fight scene in its original cut, the carriage that Jackie was fighting Giancarlo's men on would go through this shopping center with these Q signs that are hanging off the ceiling of this outdoor shopping center, to where you could tell that it is repeating itself, with Jackie Chan taking out the guys by throwing them onto the sign or throwing them into a storefront window. And you could tell they just repeated themselves because you noticed the same signs and same looking storefronts. So I understand why that in the original US cut it was shortened a bit. Another thing that was good about the US cut is that New Line Cinema, Warner Brothers, were able to improve the color and look of the movie, as well as take out this one glaring wire that you could tell is stuck on Jackie in the original cut. In the end, I am glad Warner Brothers released the original cut of Mr. Nice Guy. For their other movies like Rumble in the Bronx and Jackie Chan's First Strike, which was retitled here for the US, Jackie Chan's First Strike is originally titled Police Story 4 First Strike. I would absolutely love to see Warner Brothers re-release those original cuts of those movies. And I would hope too that with the other distributors of Jackie Chan movies, that they will release their original cuts. Because again, they cut these movies down, but it will be great to actually see these movies remastered on Blu-ray or 4K if they can, and have their original cuts, along with the US cut, which is also featured in this movie too. It has both the US cut and the original cut in this Blu-ray. Before ending this review, if I were to score the US cut of Mr. Nice Guy, I would give it a 2.5 out of 5. And that is my review of Mr. Nice Guy, the extended original cut. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the Spellgo YouTube channel if you haven't for more of my reviews and other content. And as always, thank you for watching.